Since we already did so much, we should prepare a slide for a coffee break. I will try to use an image for the background of it. After designing all those slides, we definitely deserve a break, so let's add a slide for it. And I delete everything as usual. I want a blank slide because here we will finally work with some typography and use an image for a background. I just want a few things on this slide. I want a big image, I want a coffee icon, and I want some nice text. I did a little search for simply a coffee icon on over the internet, and I found, for example, this, which looks really great, and I think we can use one of those icons on our presentation. I downloaded it from Free Vectors, and I will use the image. After watching on those icons, I think I delete everything, and I will use this mug because it looks really great and should fit our slide. As you see, the image is already inside. I just need something for the background. I think you could use everything for a coffee break because it only has to have some mood in the background, but I know that I want something dark gray. Eventually we will adjust it, but I would like the coloristic to be, for example, like on this photo. I just search around and I won't be overthinking it. I will just grab an image I will like. Well, everything is kind of light. For example, this could work. This could also work, but it's a little bit bright. Well, yeah, perfect. For a typography style, such an image should be really perfect, and we will simply use it. You could use the picture fill and just choose the file, but then it would resize. Because this image may have another dimensions, I will simply drag it over to use it inside of PowerPoint. Let me get rid of the ugly background quickly. Okay, I use the image, I select the picture tools, I send it backwards and send to back. As you see, the image is kinda already filling the slide. Well, I don't think this house matches our presentation, so I make it a bit bigger and I crop the image, for example, to this size. I can still work with this size later. This should be enough. Now I move it around and I want to edit the coffee mug. I go to Group, Ungroup, and I try to select all the elements. Well, I see this is too much because I see also a background here is selected. I just delete it. I select the mug, I go to Drawing Tools, and I go Shape Fill, White. Now I just bring them forward, so the image is definitely in the background. As you see, this already looks interesting. Well, I will have now trouble selecting it, but I think I can manage this. Okay, I've selected it, and I want to place it completely in the middle, like this. Well, I think I will get rid of the house anyway, so I make it even bigger, so it stands over the slide. Let me preview this quickly. Well, it's a little bit off, but that's no problem. Now we just have to add some typography. For this, I go to Insert, Text Box, and I insert a text box named Coffee Break. Right now, I can make it white, I can make it really big, and I should select a nice handwritten typography for that. I believe I have many fonts for that. If you don't, you can download some over the internet. For example, this would be perfect, Blackjack. But I know another font which is called Angel Tears, and it's really amazing. It looks pretty good, and only the text alone looks already like it would be a high quality logo. I believe this is already looking interesting. I select the photo, I go to crop, and I crop it very strongly. As I reach the slide, I only adjust it. I just adjust it to reach the end of the slide. I do this also down here. As we see, oh, the coffee break text is barely on the slide, so we need definitely to change that. I select the text box. It's pretty big, maybe a little bit too big in comparison with the icon, but that's no problem. I want to reposition it. I once again try to select the coffee mug. I quite got it. Okay. I quickly go to View, guide and I see exactly where is the middle of the mug. I try to position it correctly this time. I select the text once again and I believe we are ready for the slide. I wanted to show you here something completely different, which maybe wouldn't work for this presentation because we should choose another background. This background simply doesn't fit the style of the presentation, but I believe I just wanted to show you that typography slides like this can be prepared very quickly and effectively. So thank you for your attention and I hope something like this is informative. We may be changing this slide later, but for now I really like the design of it. I could also get rid of the image. Simply go to Format Background and choose a subtle gradient fill. For example, a radial one. Well, maybe this color doesn't work now. But even if you would go for a very dark black, this would look pretty nice. I just select a gray for the middle, and as you see, we've achieved a new style only by changing the background. Let me rewind a little bit. As you see, I've changed the background color because since we are designing a really professional and corporate style presentation, I want to stick a little bit to it. I want to always show you different possibilities of using PowerPoint. I believe that in design, consistency is something very important, and in this kind of presentation, I will be consistent and I simply changed the background to the same color of the icon here. So I just took a rounded icon and put behind it, and I also changed the font to Forte. It is also a really beautiful font and it's already indicating that you are taking a break from the corporate style before.